You can compare UK trade with the EU, with UK trade with the rest of the world. That's a pretty obvious thing to do. But if Brexit got into affecting trade with the rest of the world, that isn't an estimate of Brexit effects either. So in a sense, you have to look at the EU, you have to look at the rest of the world, you have to say, how were they trading with other people, with relationships that weren't affected by Brexit, and then how different was the change in their behaviour with the UK, and what's the difference between the change for the EU and the change for the rest of the world. So it's complicated, and we'd still argue about exactly how to set these counterfactuals up. Now, given all of that, I think we've got a reasonable story. The shares of UK trade between Europe and the EU, between Europe and the rest of the world, haven't changed that much, and certainly haven't changed that much relative to trends before Brexit. The EU was becoming a less important market for the UK purely because it was growing less rapidly than elsewhere in the market. And it was growing less rapidly because it was much richer, and we traded already much more with it. So I don't think we're observing massive changes in trade shares. I think what we really have observed is that trade overall has gone down. And, we see that in terms of the openness calculations, varies from year to year, but there's signs now that the amount of trade relative to GDP is going down.